Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today and taking time out of your busy schedules to get some training. We're super excited for today's training about Facebook Live sales. We know that's a big part of everybody's business and a great way to make personal connections with your customers and let them get to know you better. And so we're super excited to hear from the experts today. I'm definitely not a Facebook Live sale expert, so we recruited the best of the best. I actually reached out, many of you probably saw it, but I reached out to you guys on Facebook in the support group and just asked, who feels confident in their Facebook Lives, and then if you know of somebody who's really good at them, comment with their name below. And we have Jennifer Scroggins of Jenny Beanies. We have Toph Delancey and Tiff, but Tiff has to go pick up some kids from school. So it'll just be Toph today. And we have Andrea Thompson, of course, my mom. But these three are highly rated amongst their peers. And Jenny and Toph are believers, and Andrea is a creator. All three of them are rocking their business, doing a great job. We're so proud to have them, in the family. And we're super excited to hear from them today and hear all their tips and tricks and, how to better your Facebook Live sales. So before we get started, I'm going to do my little spiel that I kind of say before every training, and that is to watch this and get yourself in the mindset to be trained. And if you're in a situation right now where you are surrounded by distractions, thank you for trying to be here. Also, please go back and watch the replay when you have a chance to just sit down and take it all in. Get your pens and papers out to take some notes and just really open your mind to listen to what these leaders and, successful Facebook Livers have to say. And I've told all of them, they haven't compared notes. So if all three of them end up touching on the same thing, then you'll know it's probably important to apply to your business and to take seriously. And, you should take everything that they're about to tell you seriously. And yeah, without any further ado, I'm going to pass the time over to Jenny. All right, Jenny, take it away.
Is my mic on? I'm good.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm Jenny from the Jenny Beanies. I got my sidekick over here. My husband. This is JC. So if you've seen us go live, you know him, right? Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about us and how we started in this. So we are coming up on our 10-month anniversary. It'll be 10 months in a few weeks. Yep. Which is kind of crazy. It's really not even that long. How I actually got introduced to the business was through my sister. She was with another company that uses Facebook Live as a tool, and they actually sold dotdotsmile. So anyways, I did a Facebook Live with her, and I was fascinated. I came home, I told him.
The bug bit her.
I was like, whoa, something crazy just happened. Okay, so it's an awesome tool we have to use, guys, Facebook Live. It lets you reach an unlimited amount of potential customers across the United States that, you really only have the chance to interact face-to-face, if you do an in-home pop-up, vendor events. This way you can have the chance to be face-to-face, to get that interaction with your customers. They know who you are, they see who you are, they see who you're supporting, and it's across the country. And it's right at your fingertips. Whenever you have the chance to go live. If you have internet in your phone, you have that access, and that's pretty amazing, right?
Absolutely.
It is. So, okay. I have notes, so bear with me. I can get sidetracked. He's here to reel me back, okay? So, like I was saying, and it's just an awesome tool we have to use. So, the first thing I do when I am getting ready to go live is I plan. It's nerve-wracking. I get it. It's nervous for me to stand up here. But the more you plan and the more you're prepared, the less nervous you are, because the less things could go up to make you frazzled and go wrong. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build hype. I'm going to post I am going live. Okay, I'm going to make a graphic, whether it's I'm having dresses come on the way. If it's my awesome dresses I already have here. I'll take a picture. I'll make a cute graphic. I use PhotoGrid. That's a good one. I'm an Android user, so I don't know really how that works with iPhones. Also, you can make a quick video or do a quick live. Now, keep in mind, though, if you don't have a Facebook business page, if you just have your group page, you aren't able to share videos from just your VIP page. So if you haven't made a Facebook business page for your Smile business, I would suggest to do that only if you only use it to have shareable videos, because that's such an awesome tool to have also. It gives your customers, the people shopping, the ability to share and share on their page, so you reach even more people. So you could do that. You can make a graphic, a picture, and make sure you guys, when you do make a graphic and you post to either your business page, your group page, or your personal page, when you're posting in your business page and your personal page, you want to make sure to include your link. I know that might seem like, oh, well, duh, but sometimes people kind of forget that. You get excited. Make sure you have that link on there so they can join your VIP group. So when you post those in those other places, make sure you have your link to your VIP group. So yeah, you can post a video, a graphic, just build that hype of I'm going live. You want to get them excited, okay? Then the next thing I do is I get my room and myself ready. So how I get my room ready is I get set up. I pretty much put my camera or whatever device I'm using, my phone, my laptop, exactly where I'm gonna use it. I have 2 lights over here. JC can maybe come around and show you. You'll see my lighting go off a little bit. But since I was like really wanting to utilize, this is one of my first investments, you guys. They're $63. You get 2 of them, if you could kind of see it. I'll give you the name. And
they're on a pedestal. Sorry, it's
they're really good. They're good for pictures as well. But I knew live was going to be like, that's what I wanted to do. Like, I had a passion for it. So that was really my first big investment. They're $63. They're good for lighting. My house kind of has sucky lighting, but I'm getting my room ready. That's getting my lights ready. If you have numbers, can you grab my numbers? They're down there. If you have numbers, get your numbers ready. We didn't have numbers at first. I got these on Amazon, I think for like 20 bucks. They're actually bigger. Some of them are really small. These are actually the bigger ones. They show reversed. So whatever, if you can't reverse your camera, have your numbers ready. If you don't have numbers, we used to name our dresses. We didn't have numbers at first. So like, polka dot, you know. You don't have to get too crazy, but we named it.
That was the Audrey Hepburn.
Oh yeah, he likes Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, but we named our dresses. So, but anyways, have your my daughter's up. Have your room set up. Have your lights ready. Have your numbers set up. I usually, if I have a box that I'm going live from, I'll have my box set over here, and I'll have a rack on this side so I could show and set up my rack. Now I usually keep 2 racks. These racks that I have, they're from Walmart, 25 bucks. They're good for the cell racks for you to use at home. They're not like the greatest, but they work perfect for that, where you can have ones that you've already shown and ones that are sold, so you don't get confused. You want to be organized. That really cuts down on a lot of the chaos for you. If things are getting busy and all that, you know which dresses are sold. And these size dividers, you guys, are a lifesaver. They're $6.99 for a pack of 16. I will also tell you that they're Cato. They're great to keep you organized, because trust me, people are like, I want to see your 3/4s, and you're halfway through the box and you have a rack of dresses over here. You're going to take a long time looking for your 3/4s. Crucial. I love those. And they were super cheap and they're super cute. And they just come with like a little erase marker and you can write the size on there. Okay, so make your graphic, get your room set up, and now get yourself ready. So what that means is, like, this is your business. You want to, that's my baby back there. That's Beans. She just woke up from her nap. You want to give a good image for your business. So you want to put the best you forward. So just be comfortable, be confident, be yourself, have fun, smile, be excited. Really, if you guys just like smile a lot, people just love that. Be excited. Like, everybody loves somebody excited. You don't want to really see, I mean, even if people aren't on, don't let that discourage you. Keep doing your thing. Keep showing those dresses. Be excited. You never know when somebody's going to hop on. You always just want to be ready. So don't get discouraged if it gets slow. Okay, so also It's also good to have a partner. So what I mean by a partner is like, whether it's like my partner is my husband, JC, he helps. You can ask a teammate, a friend, maybe a neighbor who wants a dress to come help. What a partner can do is they will share for you. They can share an invite from your video. There's no partner. They can read the comments for you, because when you're going live, it's hard to sometimes read the comments and then also keep focused on what you're doing and selling. You get a little distracted. So it's easier, or it's easy when you have a partner to help you go through that. Also, it's good to have a drink. You'll be like spitting sawdust halfway through. When you talk a lot, your mouth gets dry. Have a drink close by. Okay. All right. So I think we're good there. We got our partner. We have our room set up. We have ourselves ready. So now we are going to go live, right? Did I go over everything, JC? I know you went away for a second.
I believe so.
Okay.
Now we're going live.
So now we're going to go live. So what you're going to do when you start out going live is you want to let people know how to shop. You want to let them know the prices, how to purchase it, what to do, what Google Docs they need to fill out. If you have a Google Doc, how are they going to get their shipping information to you? All of that. Go over all of that at the beginning, but also be prepared to go over that several times, and don't really get frustrated if people hop on and you already said it. Say it again. It's your business. Have fun with it. I don't mind when people ask me. I'm always, somebody that means they're intrigued. They want to see what's going on. And that's another thing I want to bring back to when I say get yourself and your room ready. I wanted to make a point, like when people are scrolling, like you want to make your area look good. So when people are scrolling, you want them to be like, whoa, what's that? What is she selling? And that's the importance of having your room look good, having yourself look good, having everything just look professional, like you know what you're doing. You got this. Okay. Always interact with your customers. What we kind of do with a good little trick we do is the claim word. Because you know how sometimes Facebook can even be funky with sold. Like when people say sold, they don't show comments or whatever. So we ask for a claim word. Like, hey guys, what should we use tonight? So we'll ask it tonight. I'm sure people will throw out things like bunny, like Easter stuff. So that's a good way to get people to interact. Also, we just ask them not funny, but just questions like, oh, what's the weather out there?
Where are you coming from?
Yeah, what's for dinner? And then that also kind of gets the customers interacting with each other, which that is golden, you guys, because that is creating a feeling of a group. Like they are in your group. They're getting to know each other even as well as you. So that is golden when you can get you interacting with your customers and then also get your customers interacting with each other. I try and stick to selling. I know we could talk, you want to interact and talk, but try and stick to selling. Don't get too caught up in the other topics that you guys are talking about. Definitely, like I said, interact. You want to get that, but always kind of stick to selling. That's another good reason of having a partner, because he can keep interacting while you can sell. So, okay, don't be discouraged if it's low like that. Just stay positive, you guys. And then if always ask to share, like if, hey, they're on and they're not shopping, be like, maybe you guys can just share the video. Maybe once they share, they're going to know somebody who's going to want to shop with you. Okay, so a few fun things we do when we go live is, as you can see, we always decorate, do something fun when a fun launch goes off. Always test what you're going to do. We were going to, for the first round of fancies that came out over the holidays, I had a great idea, because I like to come up with things where I think they're great ideas. I had this great idea of when everybody comments sold on a fancy, I bought these confetti poppers. We'll pop the confetti and confetti will go everywhere. So we just happened to, Jazzy saw it, my daughter, and wanted to try it. And we popped it and it was like a gunshot through the whole house.
It sounded like
Jazzy started crying. We're like, oh my God. So it's a good idea to test things before you do them on the live. But yeah, we decorate. Also, we've played games on our live. We've done a balloon pop, and we have a wheel where it's kind of broken down, JC could just come over here, but I'm sure you guys have seen a wheel. But we have a wheel. We do balloon pops. What we do, like when we do a balloon pop, we'll just write something on a sticky paper or on a little piece of note, shove it in there, blow up the balloon, they'll get to pop it. Some fun things you can put in there, you guys, are like, we do like on the wheel, we'll do like a whammy, where it's a bad spin, you don't get nothing. But then we do like a grand prize where you get free shipping for a month or even a whole year or something. That's going to ensure that that shopper is probably going to come back and shop with you for that whole month or the whole year. Also, okay, and then like also another thing you can do, whether we use dough. I don't know if you use Smile Cash or whatever, you can put some Smile Cash or some dough for a future purchase. One of my teammates, I'm going to shout her out right now, Kelsey. She has a wheel and she was doing a live the other day and I seen something on there and it said VIP experience. And I'm like, what is that? I'm a merchandiser, but I want to win that. Like, what is that? And she's like, well, it sounds fancy, but what it is if they get that, my next box coming in, they get first dibs on it. So they get to see my box and they get to pick whichever ones they want before I go live, before I post. That's an awesome idea. So shout out to Kelsey for that. All right. Oh, another thing I've had good luck with is ordering kind of by size when I do order for a live sale. So if I order specifically for a live sale, I like to split it up between sizes. So I'll go from 6 to 12 to 3 to 4 for my first box. And that way when I'm posting, I'm getting everybody excited. I'm getting those shoppers and they're going to come on. And then for my next box, I usually do 3, 4 to 8, 10. And the reason why I overlap 3, 4 is because 3, 4 is my daughter's size. So I'm sure you guys know that why. But I like to split it up. And that way, like, say if you're afraid of duplicates or whatever, that's a great way. You know that the shoppers that were shopping this day aren't going to be shopping really this day because they're 2 different sizes. So I've had really good luck with splitting boxes up by sizes that way. Oh, and at the end of our live, a fun thing we like to do is, well, Jazzy kind of made us do it because for some reason, she always wants to press the finish button. So now what we let her do is like after we finish, we let her come in and she kind of just takes over the end of the live. She'll just have fun. She talks to the customers get to know her. And in turn, they get to know us as a family, who they're supporting. And guys, that means a lot to customers. They want to know who you are. They want to know who they're supporting. So we let her come in and have fun. She still dresses. She even knows this is a free phone. This is a cap. She has fun with it. And it brings your customers into your family. Let them see who they're supporting. So I think that was it, right, JC? Did you hear? I talk. But the most important things, you guys, that I just want to go over is have fun, be yourself, just smile, and be nice to your customers. You know, they support your business. If they come on and they're like, hey, can I see 3 4s? And you've already shown 3 4s. If you have time, I would show them 3 4s again instead of saying, you know, the replay will be up. Get to know your customers. You know, when they come on and when they ask questions, be responsive, answer them. Okay, so I think I went over everything. Did you hear?
I think that's it.
Okay, so a few quotes. There's like 2 quotes I want to say. And I'm not a quote girl, but these quotes are like real. They just are. And one's like an old school one.
Can I say one thing before you go there?
I'll let you say one thing.
Okay, she'll let me say one thing, which is nice. Just your significant other.
Or your partner, whoever it is. If it's a teammate.
Partner, teammate, whoever it is. Ask them to get involved. You know what I mean? As far as like, you know, me getting involved with the business. Sometimes I do my dad nights and I'll go live and things like that. That's another cool idea to promote.
That is.
And promote on your page too.
We've had a lot of
something different.
Even teammates successful with that. They popped on and seen him and told their husbands, watch, just go on. And then JC, he like worked in dry cleaning. So he has like an interest, I guess, in fabrics. So he goes all in on, he'll tell you the fabrics, the style. He's really good at it. But yeah, guys, or anybody, get your husband, your wife, everybody involved. It's a family thing. But here's the quotes. So just 2 quotes and it's done, okay? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's such an old saying, but Facebook Live is an awesome, awesome, awesome tool to use, but it is not the only tool to use, okay? You want to get out there and do all things, work all tools of the business. It is such an awesome tool, but it's not the only tool, okay? Crazy things go on with Facebook. We go on, we can't invite, nobody can invite, we can't share. We get kicked off sometimes, you know, crazy, crazy, crazy things. Okay, and then the second quote is your vibe attracts your tribe. You guys have all heard this. It's probably on like toilet paper somewhere even, but it's so true. You need to think about the type of customers you want and the customer base you want, and that is, you need to reflect that in yourself. You need to make sure that you're putting out the right vibe to attract the type of customer base you want. And then somebody who I wanted to bring up, because she really inspires me a lot, is Taylor Adams. She does awesome live sales. If you can watch her, I would recommend watching her. You like I was telling my husband, if you hop on and she like just started, she's smiling. It is magnetic. You can hop on 30 minutes into it and she's still the same way. Smiling, just having fun, high energy. Fun, yep. And she does a lot of fun games and all of that, but she, like I said, she sticks to selling. She always brings it back. She never goes too far away from that. So she's a fun one to watch. And watch live sales. Watch them, watch them, watch them. Get inspired. See what you like. See what kind of is attracting you to watch that live sale and be like, how can I incorporate that with mine? So I think really that's all we had. I really want to challenge everybody to go live. Okay, so if live sales aren't your thing, hop on and do a video talking about, hey, I'm going to do an album sale. Let them see you. Do something live. Maybe you don't have time, you have another job, you can't do live sales or whatever, but hop on and talk about an album sale. Hop on and talk about a new collection you just got. Anything. But just, I challenge everybody this week sometime to try and go live in some way for something. So that's my thing. So we'll say bye. We're going to hand it over to,
see you guys later,
to Andrea now. So thank you guys. Yeah, thank you everybody.
We need to turn your mic on, Mom.
Okay, are we good? We're good. Okay, Jenny, that was great. I loved everything you said. And I thought it was funny because one of the things I was going to talk about was when I watch other people do their lives, I'm always talking to the camera to them, like they can hear. So like Jenny would say stuff and I'd go, yes, yes, that's right, that's right. So I completely agree with everything Jenny said. That was great. She did a great job. So good job. A lot of what she said, I might kind of repeat, but I do have kind of some other little tips and stuff that I kind of do. I'm kind of like Jenny, and I love to do lives. And what's funny is I don't like being the center of attention, but I love to do lives. And you're the center of attention. So it's kind of crazy, but it's just, I don't know why. I love them. They're so much fun. I guess because I get to know my customers and they've become my friends. And I've made so many friends from doing Facebook Lives. And so I love it. But I'm not going to lie. Oh my gosh. The first time I did a live, because I used to sell another clothing company and I sold dotdotsmile with it, right? And I went to go do a live probably maybe a year and a half ago. And I stood there in front of the camera just going, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh. And then I started thinking about it. And I don't suffer from anxiety. But I was having this panic attack, I guess you could call it. And I just thought, what is going on here? So I just started thinking, you know what? These people in my group are my friends. Why am I freaking out over talking to my friends? And so as soon as I took that frame of mind, everything changed for me. And I was like, all right, let's go. So I hit go and I just started talking to my friends because that's what my group is to me. They are my friends. And so that's kind of where you need to get your group to be with you as well, is your friends. And then you're not afraid to talk. I know it can be scary, but I have to say you need to do everything you can to get comfortable in front of the camera. If that means sitting in front of your camera alone at some point, just talking to yourself to get comfortable, do it. Do whatever you have to do. Maybe don't hit go live on your Facebook page if you just want to talk to yourself, just kind of practice without hitting the live button. But practice so that you are comfortable, because if you're not pushing yourself to do something that you're not comfortable doing, then you're not doing enough. So get out of that comfort zone and do a live, because I'm going to say that a lot of times, like I will poll my group and I will say, okay, like for instance, my Easter stuff, right? I've got this stuff coming. Do you guys want me to do albums or do you want me to do lives? 95% of my people in my group will pull albums. I don't have time to watch lives. So I'll do the albums and then I'll only sell maybe 10 dresses. Whereas if I do a live, I'll sell 30 or 40, depending upon what I've got to sell, right? So lives really sell more. Even though my group says they want albums, I do way better at sales with my lives. So get comfortable behind the camera. Practice, practice, practice. I loved so much of what Jenny said too, because I watch other people's Facebook lives, and some of them, and I'm not here to judge or point fingers at anybody, but I'm going to say some of them have totally engaged me where I completely wanted to stay and be a part of that. And some of them I've just been like, oh, well, okay. And I haven't stayed for very long. It's like Jenny said, you guys got to be happy. You got to be excited. You got to have fun. You've got to make people want to be excited to watch you, right? Nobody, like she said, nobody wants to be around grumpy gills. So you got to be happy. You got to be fun. You got to be excited. I'm not going to lie. There are times that I've posted in my group that I'm going to do a live later that day. And by the time that live time comes, I am not in a mood to do a live. I'm cranky. And I don't want to do it, but I've already posted that I've got to do it. So I get on my lives and I just put on that happy and I just go. And by the end of my live, I can't remember why. Don't spill water in the middle of your live. But by the end of my live, I'm not grumpy anymore. I'm happy because being happy on my live made me happy. So be happy, be excited, have fun. Have water, like Jenny said, have a drink. I have my handy dandy dot.smile flask, but I forgot to put the lid on and I spilled water everywhere. But those things happen, and you know, you just got to flow with things when it gets crazy and things happen. But one of the things you have to do, and Jenny kind of really touched on that, and this is something I've noticed when I watch other people's lives too, check your background. Make sure what's in your background looks okay. Check your lighting. I don't have those fancy lights like Jenny does, but I have pretty decent lighting in my room. But I have to say that we did our lighting in here over the summer, and where I normally stood to do my lives at first, when they changed the lighting, I was standing in my normal spot and I wasn't paying any attention to the lighting. And oh my gosh, my kids were hitting me up going, Mom, oh my gosh, get out from underneath that light. It looks horrible. And so then I really took a good look at the lighting and I went, yo, they're right. So make sure what's behind you. There can be complete and total mess, chaos, piles of whatever all around you, but what they can visually see from the camera, make sure that's at least cleaned up. I've seen some interesting lives with some interesting backgrounds. So check your backgrounds. Make sure that the background around that, if you can see it, they can see it from your screen. So make sure it's cleaned, and like Jenny says, you're representing your business. And I mean, nobody has a perfectly clean house all the time, unless you're Nicole Thompson, because hers is always clean, because she's just awesome like that. But, you know, we have to have messes in our houses sometimes, but everybody else doesn't have to see that. So just keep that thought in mind as well. Also, when you're starting your live, I don't know how many times I've come on a live and I see at the beginning, oh, so-and-so just started a live. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to hop on. So you hop on and they're just standing there. This is one I love, as I'm getting a phone call and I'm going to ignore that. This is what I see a lot. Don't do this, you guys. It's like they're waiting for people to hop on. So then I'm standing there going, hello, here I am, I'm here. Talk to them, you guys. You might have only 2 people, maybe only 1 person. Talk to that person, right? Make them feel like their time sitting there watching your live is important to you. Don't just wait for 10 or 15 or 20 people to pop on. Start talking. And even if nobody's on, talk. Talk about your day. Talk about the weather. Talk about what's for dinner. Talk about whatever it is that comes to your mind that you want to talk about, but talk. Because people are going to come back and watch the replay. And yeah, they're going to understand that you're not starting right away because you're waiting for people. But at least engage in something that keeps them interested in why you are. Maybe turn your phone off when you go live so you don't have that. But make them feel like their time is important and they're valuable to you, that they're on there. And they might be the only one for a little while, but that's okay. Make them feel important that they're there. And then when they do watch the replay and they come on, they're engaged right away. I think that's really important. I don't know how many books I've started to read that they didn't catch me in the first paragraph and I haven't gone to finish the book. So, and it's kind of the same way with lives. We've got to engage from the very beginning. We've got to pull them in and keep them there. Jenny touched on this too, where she talked about let them get to know your family. Let them get to know you. When my grandkids are around, so I don't have little kids hanging out anymore. They've kind of grown up and started a little girls' dress business and work there. But when my grandkids are here, they love to do lives with Grandma. In fact, several times they say, Grandma, can we do a live? And so I always say, absolutely, let's do a live. So I'll bring them in and we'll do lives, and I get them involved with it. And yes, sometimes things come out of their mouth and you're just like, oh my gosh, really? Or they do things. Some people were telling me stories of some of the things their kids have done in the middle of their lives, and they're like, I was devastated. I will never do a live again. Don't let that bother you. Everybody that's shopping from you is a parent, right? Or an aunt or somebody, because they're shopping for a small child, right? So they're used to these kinds of things, and they'll have stories of their own to share. Don't let that stop you, because that's real life. That's just how things happen sometimes. So if your child poops on the floor in the middle of your live, laugh about it and keep going. That's all I have to say about that one. Because yes, that happened to somebody. Oh, another thing. There's a camera on your phone, your iPad, your laptop, whatever. Look at that as much as you can, as opposed to yourself in the camera, because then you're looking at them and they know that you are there for them. So if you can do that as much as you can, try to look at the camera to let them know that you care about them directly. Now, I have glasses that have glare, so sometimes people can't tell. So for me, it doesn't matter half the time. But anyways, sorry, I'm stepping in water. Okay, so when I do my lives, I have my husband help. And I was going to have him come in and peek and say hi. And when I went out to say, do you want to come and say hi? He was snoring on the couch. So I'm just going to let him sleep. But he is a huge, huge music lover. Anybody that knows my husband knows that you can have any conversation. You can talk about the sky being blue, and he always steers it to the topic of music somehow. So he's a huge lover of music. And so he loves to be in the background of my lives. He'll peek his head in a lot of times. He did, like Jenny said, her husband, he's did a live once on my page. We had a little challenge to see who could sell the most dresses in a live. I won. Anyways, but he plays little snippets of music. Now, playing music in the background of a live is very, like, I wouldn't do it. People post, I don't do it, I should say. People post, I don't own the rights to the music, but I know that that's kind of a legal issue, and so I kind of steer away from that. Although I have to say, at Christmas time, just before Christmas, like Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving, I kind of took the I don't really care attitude, and I started playing Christmas music in the background to kind of get everybody in the Christmas mood to buy and shop, and it worked. And people were buying like crazy. And I kind of knew that there was a chance that my live would not get played or get pulled or whatever, but I took it anyways. But we don't play the whole song. He'll play just little snippets. And so that's kind of his thing. And when I do my lives, any of you that are on here that watch my lives know that I do this all the time. In fact, some of my downline will comment, because I always say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I just got this dress. I'm so excited. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm always excited. And so they'll even have a excited count 13, excited count 16, and they count it down for me through my lives. It's kind of funny. But so I'm so excited by the Pointer Sisters, my husband has decided is kind of my theme song. So he'll play a little snippet of that as we get started, and it's just kind of fun. He has baby laughs. He has wah, wah, wah sounds. He's got all clapping, all these kinds of different sounds that he plays in the background while we're doing our live. And so that's kind of fun. He also, we'll do this a lot where we'll have trivia. I totally think playing games is great. It engages them. It makes them feel like they're at a party kind of a thing, right? So our thing, because my husband's so into music, is music trivia. And so he'll play a little snippet of a song, and it'll either be name that tune, name that artist, name that movie the song came from, or whatever. And usually that person will win a pair of leggings, some kick shorts, sometimes a dress, all these fun things. But that's kind of the fun game that we like to play, is music trivia. And it's a lot of fun. So it's fun to have my husband be a part of it. He enjoys the lives too. In fact, he says to me a lot, we haven't done a live in a while. We need to do one, because he has fun with them too. And like Jenny said, it's very helpful when you have somebody that can help you. So and what he also does is I'll normally stand right here, and then I'll have a whole rack of dresses right here. My rack is in another room waiting for my Easter dresses to arrive, so that I can get those all ready to go for myself for those. But so I don't have my rack in here. But I'll have my whole rack of dresses here, and I'll pull a dress off, and I'll show the dress. And then if somebody claims it, then he'll write their name on a Post-it note. That's backwards. I don't know how to flip the camera on a webinar, but he'll post their name and he'll post the number. So for instance, if I had this dress that I was holding up, I would stand here and say, you know, I've got this size 7 Empire dress. It's a paisley. And then I hold it up so that they can see it, the print. I'll explain the print to them. You guys, I'm just going to share. Again, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying it was not the best live I've watched. But somebody was like way back here and holding up the dress and saying, look, this is dress and it's number this. And I was like, I can't see. So stand close enough to the camera. Have the camera angle be like directly at you. Don't have it like laying on the, I've seen lives where people have the camera laying on the floor and they're holding the dress up over the camera, and it's just kind of an awkward thing. So do what you can to make your camera so that it's facing you at a good angle, so that when you do hold the dress up for sale, and see, normally I know how to flip the camera and the numbers are normal, but and then I'll just hold it so that people can see. I have had to go back and watch my lives, which I suggest you do. Critique yourself. Go back and watch your live and say, okay, what did I do wrong? What could I do better? How can I fix this? I found that when I was doing my lives, I would be doing this and quick, and I didn't give them time to like, look, this is this print. This is what it looks like. Give them time to see the print, so that they know what they're buying. And then DJ Gary just takes his Post-it note. He adds it to the tag of the thing, and then we hang it over here on the rack where they bought it. So he also writes the number of what it is. So if the Post-it falls off, we can go back and find it and figure it out. So that's what we do and how we do ours. Let's see. I do have notes. Let me make sure I've touched on most of the things. Oh, another thing, be really consistent. Like, I did not realize that I was having lives every Monday night until I didn't have a live on a Monday night. And then one of my customers hit me up on Tuesday and was like, I came to your page last night for the live and you didn't have one. And I was thinking, did I announce that? I don't remember announcing one. And I went back and looked and I went, oh my gosh, I just normally have lives on Monday nights. So they were expecting that. So be consistent so then they know to come back. So I've been having internet problems, so I haven't been able to do lives lately, but I finally have it fixed. And so I'm going to go back to making sure I do lives every Monday night because your customers are waiting for that. Another thing I wanted to talk about, a lot of times when I do my lives, I do in size order. Like I'll do 6 to 12, and I usually go through the whole new box or whatever it is I'm selling at the time. But there have been times that like I've gotten a big enough order that I have 4 or 5 of a certain print. And so I've grouped them in prints instead of sizes. And they love that. My group loves that because now I can sell sister sets. And so instead of me doing size 6 to 12, and then their next size that they need is 5 to 6, and they have to wait for me to go through the whole thing, I can go through the prints of the dresses and say, okay, I have this print, I have it in a 612, I have it in this, I have it in this, and I have it in this. If you want a sister set, these are your options, these are the numbers, let me know what you want. They love it. So that's something to think about as well. Also, I also want to share that sometimes we don't have lives because we think, oh, I don't have a new box. Well, that's not going to be our problem right now with Easter, right? But when that happens and you don't have anything new to sell, I did this one time where I had nothing new, but I felt like, gosh, I got to keep my group engaged. I want to do a live. I got to do something. So I thought I'm just going to sell what I have. I'm just going to do it because yes, I have my albums up all the time and they can see them whenever they want. But sometimes lives, like I said, when I do lives, I sell a lot more than when I just have albums. So I went on my group and I broke it off into time frames and I said, I'm going to do a live today and I'm going to do all my 6 to 12s from 9 o'clock to 9:10. Then I gave myself 5 minutes to go potty or get the rest together or whatever it was I needed to do. And 12 to 14s were going to be from 9:15 to whatever time. And I figured out how many dresses I had, how much time that was going to take, and I allotted it. It took me 3 hours to get through those lives that day. But you guys, these were dresses that were just hanging. Nothing was new. I sold 20 dresses that day of my old stuff. So don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid just because it's not new that you can't go live and try to sell it. New people are going to be watching your live that maybe weren't on it the last time you went live with it. So don't not go live because you don't have anything new. Oh, okay. This is a problem. So anybody who's starting to be new at having a party, having an online, I found this to be a real problem. And at first it kind of upset me, not upset me, but worried me that, oh my gosh, I'm upsetting people and I don't know how to do that, how to deal with that. So and I'm totally anticipating this with all the Easter and spring and fancy and everything. When a hot item comes out and you're getting ready to do a live and everybody wants it, you're going to get claim, right? Tons of people are going to try to claim it. I have to tell my people in my live every single time, it's who we see first, because my husband's over here and he's watching on a phone. I'm watching on the computer, and 99.9% of the time, it's always we see the same person say claim first or smile or whatever your claim word is. And it never fails, especially when it's a hot item and people are fighting over it. You get it. I was first. I was first. I was first. I've even had people personal message me going, I was first. And I think I should get that dress. Just like, guys. So I finally have told people it's who we see first. And everybody always sees themselves first, but we go with who we see first. I've had to several times get my phone out and say, see, you don't want to see all my stuff, but I'll show people, see, this is who we saw first. And I'll show them that name was the person that we said was legit. And I try to tell everybody, you guys, I promise I'm a fair person and I'm an honest person, and I'm not going to try to cheat somebody out of the dress that they claimed first. And what's nice is my group knows that about me, and they come to my defense for anybody that's new. So make sure that they know it's who you see first. And then kind of be clear on that, because there have been battles. unfortunately, with that. Okay, that's that. One more page of notes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry. Okay, I said go back and rewatch your lives and critique yourself. I did that one. I loved how Jenny also talked about the whole doing a Facebook business page. Now, I just barely did that because my daughter-in-law, Allie, does that all the time, and she says it's fabulous for her and it works really well. And I'm just getting ready to start trying that. So I'm anxious to see how that whole thing works. I'm excited about that. One other thing is I wanted to say that make sure when you're doing your live, I'm constantly getting new people in my group, right? Always. And some of these people, I have no idea if they've ever heard of dot.smile before. So make sure you're always describing your dresses. The people that have been on here forever will understand what you're doing and they'll know why you're doing it. But make sure you explain a ballerina dress, hits above the knee and has a little longer arms and has crisscrosses in the back. Describe the dress. And when you're describing dresses that you might not think are cute, I've heard people say this and I'm like, but just because you don't think it's cute doesn't mean somebody else doesn't, right? Every dress is adorable when you're doing your live. Sell it, and accessorize it for them. Oh my gosh, look how cute this would be with a jacket. Look how cute this would be with a pair of boots. Wouldn't this be adorable? With whatever. And sell those dresses, you guys. Make them feel like oh my gosh, I need to buy that dress. She's right. I have to have that dress. And make sure new people know and understand exactly how the dress is it. That the caps and the tanks are supposed to fall below the knee and the ballerinas are supposed to fall above the knee. So just make sure that you're explaining the dresses and the leggings and everything and how they work as you're doing your live, and everything will be great. And one last thing that I just want to share before I send it off to Toph is to tell you guys, don't compare yourself to anybody else, okay? Everybody is different. We're all individuals. We're all unique. We all have our own way about us that makes us unique, right? So I love watching other people do their lives, but I never compare myself to them. I'll see somebody do something and go, oh, I really like that. I'll see somebody over here go, oh, I really like that. And I'll take all these different ideas and I'll combine them with me, who I am, and I make my own life for who I am. Be true to who you are. Don't compare yourself to other people. Comparison will bring you down. And it just does nothing but bring self-doubt and discouragement. And we don't need that. You guys, we're good enough and we can do this. So if you haven't done a live, like Jenny said, I'm going to challenge you guys to get out there and do a live. Practice, practice, practice. All right? Thanks so much for joining me. Hopefully something I said today can help you in your live. And I'm going to turn it over to Topher right now. And hopefully I can turn my camera and microphone off. Thank you, guys.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Topher. My wife, Tiff, and I have our Smile business called Smile with Toph and Tiff. I washed my hair today, so it's really poofy and crazy, so sorry about that. But yeah, so we've been doing Smile since December of 2016. And the first day that we got a box, we decided to go live. Everybody told us, oh, you got to do a live sale. And it was terrible. Like, it was so bad. Like, we had no idea what we were doing. Like, we wrote little numbers on pieces of paper and we were sitting on the couch and we had no lighting and we were just like holding up a dress and folding it and putting it down. But, we still sold 7 dresses that day with a terrible live sale. And then we came back 2 days later and we sold 20 dresses in our second live sale. And then that's like kind of how we created our business, was through going live and getting comfortable with it. I really wish Tiff was here with me. She's picking up our daughter Nora from school because for me, it's easy to go on camera. Like, I can do it. I've done it in professional work, like in old corporate jobs. Like, it's what I do. So it's something that I'm good at. But for Tiff, it's scary. Like, it's really, really, really scary for her to put herself out there and go live. So it's been really fun, though, over the last year to see how she's gone from being like terrified of it to this new, like Tiff now can go live no problem. And like I don't think she still like loves it per se to be in the spotlight, but she's like, she really owns it and can get it done and do it efficiently. And she, you know, when you're selling and you're moving your inventory and you're making money and you're supporting your family, like all of those things make you feel good. Like it makes you really happy. So like that's the benefit that you can gain from doing a live sale. And I just want to say, Andrea, you totally hit one of my topics, which is embrace the chaos. You spilled water everywhere and you just kept going. And like, that's what a live sale is like, things are going to happen. Crazy stuff's going to happen. And you just have to like roll with it. So that was really good. But like jumping into what I'm talking about, it's a little bit more, I don't know, I'm just going to talk about it and I'll let you form an opinion around that. But the first thing I want to talk about is just your presentation. A lot of different things that have already been touched on, like, you know, the background stuff like that, like making sure that things look good. So that's the first thing is your look. You want to look like you want to be here. Like you want to look like you prepared for this. Like, this is my business. I take it seriously. This is myself. I take myself seriously. I feel good. I look good, all of those things. And so with that comes the vibe, like the whole vibe of your live sale. What environment are you creating for the people coming in to see you? If, you know, the difference in body language just from sitting in a chair and doing a live sale versus standing up and engaging and moving around. Those two things contrast. And so you want to create a really good welcoming environment, but also high energy, because there's nothing wrong with sitting down. It's approachable and people can maybe relate to that. Like, oh, you're comfortable, you're doing your thing, you're moving through. But at the same time, like you need to keep the energy up and you need to make them feel like you are here to engage with them. And I think the right word is perform. Like it's a performance. You're going on camera. You're showing people what you have to offer. And so you have to kind of kick up into this higher gear of I am performing to get an end result. So if you look at it like that, you can kind of, I don't know, set your mind more into it of like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm going to be confident in myself. I'm going to feel good about what I'm doing. And I'm also going to make the people who are watching me feel entertained or supported or, you know, or even if it just comes down to like, I'm just going to give the people what they want, and that's dresses. So that's all of the kind of the feel, like the presentation feel that you want to go for. Then moving into the next part is your setup for success. So this is more of like the logistical things. Jenny made a great point about doing your hype post early in the day. So like, say, you know, you got a new box coming. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can say like, you could do an interaction post saying like, hey, guess the person who guesses closest to the time that UPS delivers will get Smile Cash, or they'll get a free pair of leggings, or they'll get first dibs at my new box. Like they'll get to check it out and like do a first pick. So interaction posts are always great because you want to build the hype and let people know, hey, I'm going live tonight. Also, when it comes to like a new box, never do an album first. Never do a dib sale first. Never do anything else first other than a live, because the nice thing about that is you can always post an album tomorrow. Even if nothing's sold in your live, or you only sold 2 dresses, or you sold 20 dresses. Either way, going live first is the best way to grab people with a quick sale. You're just like, hey, here it is. It's brand new. It's fresh. Here's the hype. And you want to ride that hype and you want people to be super excited about it. I ordered Easter yesterday. I live in California, so I got shipping notification, but our UPS guy usually comes very late in the day. I know that I have dresses coming today, and I pretty much treat this as like, I have to go live and I have to sell as many of them as possible because the window is short, right? So, and then tomorrow I can always post an album, or I can go live again, or I could do a dib sale. But once you post them to an album, they're not fresh, they're not new anymore. So it's harder to go live after they're already in your album inventory. So always consider that, like, even if it's a little scary, which I know it can be, like, I know, and even it's just sometimes you're not motivated to go live. But that's when you have to really like reassess and like look at your goals and be like, well, what do I want this business to become? What do I want to do with my business? Do I want it to grow, or do I want it to stop moving? And sometimes you have to make those hard decisions to like move outside of yourself and do the uncomfortable, scary thing. I think it was Andrea hit it on the head talking about that. It's just like, if you're not moving forward and doing something uncomfortable, then you're maybe not doing enough, which like nobody wants to hear that we're not doing enough, right? Because we're all doing so much. But it's true. Like, it's having a successful business is hard work. And that's something that I have to remind myself of all the time. So another really, okay, so here we go. Set up for success, right? Like, so the first thing you need to do is definitely try to go, like, you need a business page. So you have your Facebook group for your customers. A lot of people call it a VIP group. And then you also have a business page. The nice thing about business page is if you go live from your business page, you can share it to your Facebook group. And then the people watching can also share that to their friends. So it kind of disperses out into the world of shareable Facebook content. This is the only way, I feel like this is the only way that we've been able to survive with our live sales, because, you know, like I said, Tiff and I have been doing this for over a year. And back in the day, it was so easy to go live and just sell a lot of dresses. People were seeing our content. People were coming in and buying. It was just like, it was so easy. I mean, we would go live and we'd sell 40 to 60 dresses in an hour. And we were like, what, this is crazy. This is like too easy. It's like so awesome. And then Facebook changed like all of their algorithms, and the whole ecosystem just changed. And so we have to adapt with that. So the new way that we've been able to have successful live sales, we go live from the business page, we share it to our Facebook group, and then we incentivize people for sharing, and we keep pushing on that. So like, we make it a big thing for people to help share and grow our audience. And a lot of times most of the time it's a free dress that we'll promote for that. So we're like, hey, if we get to 25 shares, whoever shared is entered to win a free dress. And you know, we've had sales where we've had 65 shares, and we have 15,000 viewers. So it's not only getting new viewers into just your sale, but then you can convert those new viewers into long-standing customers, get them into your VIP group, get them into your ecosystem so that they can like be a part of your community and start becoming regular customers. Another way to help with boosting your interaction in your live sale is to have a comment pod. So what that means is, so like we have our team, right? Like, Tove and Tiff, we have Team Happy Hippies. And so we have a comment support page within our team where we can post whenever we need interaction help. We just post it there, and then we all go in as a team and comment on each other's stuff, post a gift, just interact to boost the algorithms. And that's something that works really well. So when I go live, after I share it to my group, to my VIP group, I also go in and share it to my comment support group. And that way it brings in some of my teammates. They can then comment and just be like, hey guys, what's up? It's just about interaction, especially with a live sale, Facebook, or a live video. Facebook looks at early interaction and then opens it up more and more the more early interaction you have. So if you have a really solid start, it kind of paints the picture for how the rest of the sale is going to go. But that's not to say, we've also had live sales where the first 10 minutes we had like 5 people in there with like barely any interaction. But then eventually one person shared it to the right place, whether they shared it to like a mom's group in their neighborhood or something, but they shared it to the right group. And all of a sudden we just got a wave of people in, and then it just built from there, and it ended up being an incredible sale for us. So a way to kind of keep this momentum going with those, like with that structure of having the business page, having all that stuff going, is your communication. So you want to make sure that you're communicating and kind of guiding your customers in the way you want to go. I mean, obviously the whole time, that's what's funny. Like that's why like some people think, you know, live sales aren't necessarily easy, but once you know the structure, it becomes very like second nature to just be doing all of it at the same time. I definitely believe like what Jenny was saying, like having a partner helps immensely. Like Tiff and myself doing this together is huge. But it is, I've done it alone plenty of times. Tiff has done it alone. It's doable, but it's nice when you can bounce back and forth with somebody else. But anyway, so while you're doing all this stuff, while you're talking to people, you still need to be consistently showing dresses the whole time. Like, oh, look at this ballerina. You know, this is a 3/4 ballerina. This is a silky material. Kind of like explain it to them, show them the print, like really get them familiar with it. And then I'll hold up a number, be like, this one's number 57, comment sold if you'd like this dress. And then boom, remember guys, we are doing a giveaway. Share this and you'll enter it into a win. And you sharing this video helps us grow our business, which in turn like helps us support our family. So it's like you're reminding them of different things. And so that's why I have, for communication, I have the 3 R's. So if you are taking notes, if you're more organized than me, because I don't take notes a lot of the time and I should, but that's why I have Tiff, because she's a note taker and she's good at that. So we help each other out. But the 3 R's. So the first one is remind. So like I just did, you know, when you're moving through and selling dresses, keep reminding people of what's going on, where they're at, and what they need to know. You know, hey, just a reminder for anybody who just jumped on, all dresses are $34. Shipping for 1 dress is $5. Shipping for 2 dresses is $7. And shipping for 3 dresses or more is free. Like whatever, I just made that up. And that's like close to how we do it. But so and then you keep going, right? So like, hey, I just reminded them, I let the new people know the pricing, the shipping, and also like, you know, if you like this dress, all you have to do is comment sold with the number. And then fill out our Google form and we will send you a PayPal invoice tonight. If it's paid within the next 24 hours, it's yours. Like, and that's another thing with doing lives. We've had, just in the past, I mean, we've had sales where we've had a lot of people end up not paying for the dress. And then we're kind of like holding it for them because we're trying to be nice and like, well, they might end up wanting it or whatever. And so you just hold on to it, but that's kind of like wasting your time. And then they're finally like, oh, sorry, like something came up, I need to pass. So we are very firm about, I mean, we say 24 hours, but when I'm actually talking, like, I'm like, you know, we have a 24-hour, it needs to be paid within 24 hours, but realistically, guys, if you could just pay your invoice tonight, that would help us be able to ship it out in the morning because we're trying to get this taken care of in the morning because we have to take the kids to school. You know, like we have a lot going on. And so we can't be sitting and waiting for 4 days for somebody to pay for a dress that they claimed last Monday. So it's stuff like that where you just have to kind of you can be direct, but not in a bad way. It's just communication, right? So that was remind, right? Like remind them of what you've got going on. Hey, keep sharing. Hey, keep sharing. Hey, keep sharing. Like keep hitting on it because you have to, otherwise nobody's going to do it. And that's how you're going to grow your interaction. The next R is react. So what I mean by that is like you get a lot of questions. You get a lot of people asking things like, oh, what was the material on that dress? Oh, what was number 87? I want to see 3/4s. I want to see size 2. And I always ask, I put it out there a lot to people when I'm live, like saying like, hey, throw out a sizing request and we'll try to get to you next. Like making sure that people feel taken care of, that you're reacting to them and that they're not just like, oh, my comment didn't get noticed. Like they don't care about me. Like be reactive to everybody and like try to make sure that you're taking care of everyone at the same time. And that will help. It just helps create a solid environment within your group and generates more sales. So the next thing is reciprocate. And so a lot of times like people will say stuff, they'll give compliments or they'll just like talk about their day. They'll say like, you know, cold here in Michigan. And I'm like, oh my God, I bet it is cold there in Michigan. Like, and then you just reciprocate the communication that's coming into you. So don't be like, oh, I'm too busy. I'm too busy showing this Valentine's dress because I got to get rid of my Valentine's stuff. So I can't really react to what you're saying. So like, have a connection with every single person who's interacting with you. And that will help immensely. And my number one tip for doing live sales is make sure that your phone is plugged in. Like right now, my laptop is not plugged in, and I just looked and I have 16% on the battery and it's dropping fast. So I'm actually gonna scoot it over here so I can get it plugged. This is what it is. Like, you know, this is what I mean by embrace the chaos, because things never go perfectly, no matter how much you prepare or plan. And that's okay. Like, it's totally fine. You just move with it and flow with it and keep going through. We learned early on, because we involved our kids in our live sets. We have 2 girls, Nora and Violet, and they're 5 and 2. We learned early on that like they love to be a part of it. And originally it would really stress me out. Like I would let them be involved because I saw the value, but then it would like I would be in like chaos mode the whole time. And then I finally realized like, this is why people watch us. Like they don't want the Toph show. I talk too much. It's obnoxious. Like that I'm not why they're here. They're here because of the entire encompassing vibe that they get from our family, from the dynamic between myself and Tiff, and the dynamic with our children, and how we interact with our children, and how our girls love the dresses, and how Nora can literally grab any of these dresses, name the pattern, like she'll name the print for you, she'll tell you what it is, she'll tell you the material. And like I did a live sale, just me and her, a couple weeks ago, and like I was the assistant. Straight up. Like I was trying to lead it, and then she just like made me take a back seat and just like, no, Dad, just help me. Like I got this. And she did. And it was so great like to see her like doing that. But anyway, so like find the thing that works and like lean into that, because that's something that I could have shut down a long time ago because it caused like an internal stress. But embrace the chaos. That's all I can say is like really just like lean into the things that are out of the ordinary, because a lot of times like that's where the magic is in this performance that is a live sale. So the next thing like really is just the whole time it's important to kind of stay fun and stay confident. You will get like during a live sale, there will be times whether it's like an interaction with a customer or you got a message on your phone or just like drama. Like sometimes things come up that really kind of like shake you out of like that perform mode. And I've had moments where like I like literally like it just kind of freeze. Like I'm like, oh, like I just got totally pulled out of this. I need to like refocus. And it just like it really sucks you out of it. And like that's inevitable. It's gonna happen in one way or another sometime. And so what you need to remember is just like remember like why you're here, like why you're doing this. You're doing this to support yourself. You're doing this to bring like, I mean, this is very validating, like having your own business and trying to be successful with it. Like that's very important. And so remember like your true, like the true self goals that you have, and like let that like strengthen you in your motivation. And so if something shakes you, just immediately like go to address, like just go into this and be like, hey, I've got this ballerina, blah, 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 and just keep moving. Like just keep going through it. And then it'll eventually like, you know, that inner sinking feeling will just like kind of dissipate, because somebody's going to be like, oh, wait, I want to see a 3-4. Do you have that in 3-4? And you'll be like, oh, sales make me happy. So like, just, you can get past the hard obstacles or the awkward moments just by continuing to move forward, and don't let it like absorb and shut you down. Same thing as if you have like, say you get discouraged because a bunch of people drop off and you only have like 4 people watching, nobody's answering your questions, nobody's interacting, you're reminding them to share, but like maybe they already shared or maybe they just don't want to share. And like if they're just watching you for the entertainment value, that's totally fine. Like that's a compliment in itself. Like they're just watching to watch. And that's not to say that they might buy something later. And it's just, you're basically like just allot your time and you're like, hey, no matter what happens, I'm here for an hour or I'm here for 45 minutes. So whether I'm talking to myself or I'm talking to 80 people or I'm talking to 10 disinterested people, it doesn't matter. Like whatever it is, like set your mood around and like prepare for the fact that you are going to be here for a certain amount of time and you're going to make it the best thing that you possibly can. And that positivity will create more positive outcomes. If you come in, and I have done this, so don't think I'm like the perfect live sale guru, but I've done it where like Violet was asleep, Tiff wasn't here, and I'm like, I'm going to do a live sale. And I go live and I had like 4 viewers and I was just like, oh, this kind of sucks. This isn't what I was expecting. And so I went with it for about like 15 minutes and then I finally pulled the plug. But guess what? I only wasted 15 minutes. And who's to even say that it was a waste? Even if you just sell 1 dress, like great. Even if you sell 0 dresses, like you had people come in and they were reminded of what you were doing. And maybe in the future, they will do something with that information that they gain from seeing you go live. So never doubt yourself, even if you have 1 person watching. It's still important. It's still valuable time added to your business. And it's energy that you're putting into your business. So just that's why people say stay positive, because like it really does. It's like it is. Like this is all positive energy. Like you are creating energy by doing this. So let's see. I already talked about taking new inventory live. I fully believe in that. And then the other thing I always try to do at the end of my live sales or even in the middle, share this business opportunity, which is, I know it's like this painfully awkward thing because nobody in the world wants to come off salesy, especially about an opportunity like being a dot.smile merchandiser. But it's such an amazing thing. Like this has been a huge blessing for our family. Like we've been able to, like, I've been able to stay home and like be with my family and not work a corporate job, which is like what I wanted. And so like, that's a huge blessing for our family. So like, why wouldn't I want to share this opportunity with other people? Right. But then we get in our head and we're like, oh, but I'm insecure about like sharing it. But always in a live sale, I make sure that I let people know that like, hey, if you enjoyed watching this live sale, thank you so much. Like, make sure you join our groups, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. And like, if this looks like something like that you would be interested in doing yourself, like you can become a dot.smile merchandiser and you can do your own live sales like us. And so like, and that's actually like worked with people and they've come to me and asked questions about the business and like all of that stuff. A lot of the people on our team originally found us because of our live sales. So there's a lot of value that you can bring just by going live. Because, you know, it's people don't say, hey, I saw your album, I saw dresses in your album, and now I want to be a merchandiser. Like that's a harder connection. But when they see you face to face, they see who you are as a person and who you are as a business person, like that's just a big marketing tool for bringing more people on board to join in this business experience that we're in. So let's see. I think that's it. I think I'm done. I'm going to kick it over to Amy. Thank you guys so much. And that's it.
All right. Thanks, Joe. Thank you to Jenny, to Andrea, to Toph. You guys are all amazing. You all hit on such amazing points. We're actually going to open it up to a live Q&A right now. And I think I enabled the chat. I just disabled it. Now it's enabled. So if anybody's on here and they have any questions that they want to ask, maybe they didn't touch on it, or maybe you just have a comment, feel free to go ahead and leave it right now. And we're all going to be on here answering some questions for you for the next few minutes. Thank you, Gina. And if Jenny and Andrea and Toph want to get back on here, we'll just have a little, like Toph said earlier, a little Hollywood Squares party really fast. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, everybody.
Got the dot background.
Okay, Amber is asking, and I'm going to broadcast this at the bottom. So Amber is asking, do you need 2 devices while going live?
Yes.
It's helpful.
I mean, it's not exactly necessary, but do I recommend it? Yes, because like Andrea was saying, you want to check to see who got first, because it's always who you guys see first, just like she was saying in your end. They're always going to see themselves. It's always good to have something to cross-check.
I've noticed. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've noticed with the with the computer. So say I go live from the phone, but if I'm looking at comments on the computer, it never matches up as well as if I'm on another phone. So we pull up Tiff's phone as like Tiff's phone is like the Bible of who claimed, and that's what we go by, because on my live it's weird, on the computer it's weird, and it like will like not reload. So we always just like we have an extra phone or an iPad to like go off of.
Yep.
Amy, are you muted?
I muted myself, sorry. So Lucy says, how do you get around having to approve new members while you're on a live once you have had your watch or share? Anyone?
I don't do that yet, so I'm not good to help.
How to approve new members while you're live. So is she meaning like if people are wanting to get into your group while you're going live? That's where a partner, again, comes in handy. They can be checking those requests to join the group. They can be reading comments there to catch all the souls or any questions that customers may have. That's like where a partner is like crucial. They can do all that. You're going to have to take yourself away and try to answer that when partners, golden.
Awesome.
Yay, Chelsea, I'm glad to see you're going to do more lives.
I like the Christina K question about like how do you see who shared, because that can be really problematic sometimes.
Yes.
So what we do is we request that they like after they share that they comment that they also shared, and then we can cross-reference that, because sometimes it's really Facebook doesn't really, you have to go like on the computer to check the shares, and then it's not, it doesn't give you all of them listed properly. So I always make sure they comment, and then we go through and randomly pick one, and then we try to cross-verify that they actually did share.
Thanks, Gary.
So, Andrea, Lucy wants to know where you got your shelves hanging in the back.
I got those from IKEA. You just go to the closet section, and they were like $99. And then I bought the special racks to hold. You can customize it to be whatever you want. But IKEA, it's great.
Awesome. dotdotsmile Dads rock. Way to go, JC and Toph. And DJ Gary. Let's see. Okay, so Lacey says, I have a question. How do you handle doing a live sale, but also giving those who pre-order first dibs on your box?
We've done it. We just get the box, and like, so I'm like very adamant with my customers, like, hey, I'm taking this live in like 2 hours. And if you don't respond to like, I'm going to take photos of these real quick and send you your options. But if you don't respond, I can't give you that first dib. And so it's just about educating your customers on like how you're going to do it. Like, you're not a slave to the customer's demands. Like, you are setting the tone for how things are going to go.
Yep.
Agreed.
And then I think I see the question from Chelsea about the share. I think that was what it has to be from the business page, correct, for you to be able to share?
Yeah. The only way you can't share a video from your VIP group page. The only way to have a shareable video is to go live from your business page. You can then share that into your VIP page, and then they could share from there. But a video originally started on your VIP page will not be able to be shared. Only one started from your Facebook business page can be shared. Was that the question?
Yep. I have to say I agree with Jenny about not doing any sales before your box arrives, as far as like.
Yeah, we don't do it anymore. It's like, it's chaotic. Like, we just stopped.
It's a lot of work. it's a lot of pre-work that you have to do, and
a lot of disappointment at the end of the day.
Exactly.
People never get what they were really hoping for.
Yeah, it's true.
Agreed.
Cool. I'm glad we're all in agreement on that.
Hopefully everybody was motivated to go out and do lives now, because they really are a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, and then too, like just going live and not capturing yourself to just a sale, just going live. Like, let's say, for example, like our backpack here, we take it out and we'll have dresses with us, and we'll go live from our group and say, hey, if you're local to Vegas, we're at this place right now.
We go hand out free dresses. We get new people on our group, people who haven't heard about Smile. So yeah, we use it in a lot of different ways. And like Topher was saying, one of the areas that I was really concerned about is kind of recruiting a team when I came into this. I've never done it before, so I'm just not familiar with it. But just from us going live, 80% of our downline came from me going live and them approaching me after and being like, whoa, what is this? What are you doing? Tell me how I can do that. So, I mean, it's useful in so many ways, not just the live sale.
That's awesome.
Super true.
Yeah. Lucy, the best time to do a live sale is anytime.
Yeah, yes. Whenever. That's the beauty of it. That is the serious beauty of it. Whenever you're ready, make it work.
Mm-hmm. I've done them in the middle of the day. I've done them early in the morning. I've done them at like 8 o'clock at night, which I'm in California, so back east, that's 11 o'clock at night. But somebody's always
they're always like, oh, you're past my bedtime, but then they always buy like the most.
Well, that's when you do. You're in bed scrolling and you're shopping.
That's right. That's right.
The ambient shop.
Yeah. Damn, I can't hear what number this was.
Yep, that's true. So
anytime.
They're fun. I'm such a talker in life.
Okay, so I'll read it. Ashley says, I'm such a talker in life. When I go live, I get so super nervous and I forget everything. Having my kids on kind of calms me. I just need to do it more often to get more comfortable.
It's true.
That's it.
Whatever works for you.
Practice makes perfect. That's an old saying.
Right. It's nervous. It's weird. You're staring at yourself. You're awkward. But just whatever makes you comfortable. I get my coffee going. I'm ready to go. But yeah, whatever. If you bring your kids in, that makes you feel more comfortable, more at ease. Makes it fun to watch. Just like Topher said, they like seeing the family, who they're supporting, the business they're supporting. They like to know the person behind the business.
Yep. If a light falls over, or a kid runs in naked, or something like that.
I've had that happen.
Poops on the floor.
It might happen in a second. Jazzy was asleep back there.
So Lucy asked about the communication group. So if you don't have, say you're not a part of a big team structure, just find some friends, find some other merchandisers that you're friends with that you guys can kind of be a comment support group for each other. And then just make a private Facebook group or a closed Facebook group where you guys can just post hey, I just posted my Easter interaction. Can you guys just go comment with a GIF? And then they do it. And you are all helping each other get more interaction.
Yeah, we do that within our team. I mean, I have no problem going, it's a little bit dead on my page. Can you show me some love? And then it really helps. It really helps to just start getting those first few comments out there. And then, and we're all willing to help, I think, each other. I'm willing to help anybody who wants to ask, to interact, to share videos. Whatever.
Okay, great. And then Erica McNaught says, when sharing your business page live from VIP, does your group need to be open or closed? Does it even matter?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because our VIP is closed, right? You have to request to join, but then our business page is, because what you're doing is you're going live from the business page, sharing it to your closed group, which it just shows up as a live video, just as if you went live from your group, but it makes it then shareable to the rest of Facebook. So that's the only difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I comment about Linda's? You are your own worst critic, Linda. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't Don't do that.
I am the same way, really. I cannot really watch me back live. Like the first lives, I would sit there and be like, all this awkward smile. I don't like to hear myself. So if I need to go back, I have JC go back. So if that kind of stuff bothers you, don't watch it. Just go.
Just go.
You think I'm proud of this 80s Patrick Dempsey poof I got on top of my head right now? Like, this is untamed and ridiculous. Like, I'm super embarrassed to be on here, but it's like you just keep going forward because, like, you're always going to be critical of yourself. But, like, I can tell you right now, like, I'm not criticizing Andrea or Jenny or Amy in the back of my head. Like, no, your viewers don't care. You're the only one.
Right. Like Andrea said, it's mostly you. The viewers are there to shop. They're there to support you. They want to see the dresses. They're not worried about what your hair looks like, what anything looks like. They're just there to support you. Have fun. They're in your group because they love these dresses. They're there for a reason. So don't really get too caught up in like you, which I know that's hard. So just go be yourself. Have fun. I can't watch myself, so I don't watch it. I just don't watch it.
Okay, and we don't want to skip over Chelsea. Chelsea said, so start the sale while you're in your page and keep going in the page for the entire sale. Should we share it to our group while we're on?
So when I start, so here's what I do. Like so I go live from my business page, right? And immediately from another device, I open it up, share to the group, share to my comments, share to whatever, like share to all my places. Like I do that in like the first minute. And like, I'm always like, Tiff, talk on camera real quick so I can just like do this. And she's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And like, but it's just, so like you just try to get it all done right in the beginning and then everything flows from there. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then Mary asked if the VIP shopping pages are open or closed. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your guys's particularly are closed, right? And they have to request to join.
Right.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be closed. It doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you're going from another page, you're sharing it in this group, and all that does is give them the ability to share. So you don't have to open your VIP group. You don't have to change any settings. You just share that video in there. Still, the only people from your VIP page can only see that video in there. But if they share it, then it'll be out there. But nothing needs to change as far as settings or anything. You just share it straight to whatever pages you want to.
Awesome. And then Lucy missed what you guys do with the backpack. Can you just go over that again really quick? You guys take the backpack and fill it with dresses, right?
So we go in our group and tell them, so if we have any local customers from Vegas or whatever, we hit up different spots around Vegas. We have the Strip, which is, we're lucky with that. Or we just stay local, a coffee shop. We'll tell people where we're at. So if our VIP customers are in town or live here, they can come see us. We fill it up with dresses. And we go out and give away free dresses. So most of the time, or a lot of the time, it's not even the people in our group. It's just to people we meet. So we just have our bag. And then we have in the front, I have my cards. I'll just say, hey, guys, you want to join my VIP group? Here's a free dress. That's it. And it gets everybody excited. They love it. We'll sometimes go live and show the little girls getting the dress because they literally like, oh, what? And they seriously want to put it on right then. And the moms are always like, we'll go in the bathroom because they want to put it on. So, I mean, you could show them twirling in it, like have them say, sometimes I'll be like, if you have a Facebook group page or if you join my group, I would love it if you take a picture with your daughter on the dress and post it on my page. But it's a way to get new people, local people. So we go and do that from like once a month or so. But
yeah, I do that at Disneyland.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah.
Great way because again, so many people have not heard about Smile. So many people, and we have such a great opportunity that this is just starting, and we have the ability to tell everybody about it. So, like most of the places we go, unless they have come because they've seen us live, no, they haven't heard about Smile. So this is like. That's the first time they hear about it is when we tell them. Yeah,
and you guys in California, you have Disneyland because that's a destination place that everybody in the world comes to. Vegas is the same type of destination place, so it's kind of cool that we do have that.
Yeah, so if you do have those like in a town where you're at, go visit those places, hand out the dresses, go live, show how excited these girls are to get the dresses. Because you guys know, when these girls,
you can also do
what though? I even had. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Topher.
Oh, I was just saying, like, story time at libraries. Like, no matter how small your town is, you have story time at libraries. And, like, I literally just thought of this. I'm like, oh, I need to go do that. But, like, just it doesn't have to be Disneyland. It doesn't have to be epic and grand. Like there are kids everywhere.
Yeah,
so
we go to Starbucks.
it's where like it will be beneficial. Anyway.
I had 2 little girls come to my door Sunday selling Girl Scout cookies. And I said, hold on, I have something for you too. And I went and I grabbed some dresses, and oh my gosh, you would have thought I'd given them the moon. They were so excited. The moms have already joined my group and added friends. So give them out wherever you are, even home.
And how many boxes did you buy?
4.
So we did a similar thing with Halloween. So we had a few Halloween dresses left over. I went to Party City. Like they have the giant things that kind of look like the things that come out of the quarter machines. But they're like giant little things. You could put a dress in there. When I seen a girl like a size that I had, hold on, I gave them a dress. So like we have all of our neighbors around here. They now come and shop with us. So that's fun little things to do.
Totally.
Awesome. Well, it looks like we've got to all the questions, and we've been going for about an hour and a half now. So we'll probably wrap it up right now. But I just want to thank Jenny. I just want to thank Jenny, JC, Andrea, Toph, all of you guys for taking time out of your day to train, and for all of you that were watching today. There will be a replay link sent out probably within the next few hours. So like I said before, take the time when you have no distractions, sit down, watch it, take notes, really take it to heart, open your mind to like how you can improve your business. You know, these individuals right here, they're killing it and they're doing such a good job, which is why we're so grateful that they were able to share with you guys today. And I just thank you guys again so much. And I'm really loving this webinar training that we're doing with merchandisers. I hope you guys are loving it too. We're going to keep doing it. So what have we done so far? We've done vendor events so far. We did in-home parties, Facebook Live sales, really trying to get you guys trained on, you know, making sales, connecting to your customers, building your business up that way. We have a list of other things to come in the future, like, you know, Facebook album sales, because that's a completely different beast than Facebook Lives, or just running your Facebook group in general. Facebook algorithms, I know Toph was touching on that a bit today, and we have a few leaders who have been studying it, and so I think I'm going to recruit them to share all of their knowledge with all of you guys of all the random tips and tricks that Facebook does and how to get around it. We have stuff like time management coming up, you know, positivity mindset, which we're always talking about because it's so important. Man, there's so much more coming. So give us time. We gotta go find and recruit the best people to come on and help us train those, but we are planning them, and those are all coming in the future. So stay tuned for the announcement of the next one. And thank you guys again for being here today with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Have
Bye,
a great
guys.
day, everybody.
Have a great day. Go live.
Bye.